So I've finished my crash mitigation and my before pressing cycle start brief. I'm going to press cycle start once. Program comes up on the screen. That's the first press. Now I'm going to walk through the program. Comments, program description, programmer name, the date. All of this was from that header that we created. Now this is what the post processor threw in there. These G codes and M codes to home the machine and cancel tool lengths. And then this stuff is familiar. This is all safety line stuff. The comment I put in talking about the length of the stock, my work holding for op1 using Talon grips, and the comment talking about the WCS, I'm using G58 and where it's located. Then I put the G code G58 in there. Then I'm going to use tool 20. The 2-inch tool is going to be spun at 764 RPM. There's my name for the tool. Now notice the boxed area is what executes when I press this button. So now it is going to go to, I believe, Z home. Yeah, it's already there previously. Now it's going to go to XY home because this machine has a default of doing tool changes at the XY home. This is a G28 location in Z. Now I'm going to press cycle start again. Nothing happened except up in the tool change area. This area up here, we're now at a tool change. This is the op stop that happens in tool changes. Right now we're in it. So I could have waited all the way till now to put this tool in the spindle. So tool 1's in there, cycle start. Spindle's going to turn on forward to 764. Nope, my spindle is not on auto. Let's click it on auto. And we look and I'm at 764 RPM. Now there's a dwell. So the post processor put this dwell in here to allow time for the spindle to get up to RPM. Because next time I do this tool path, we're going to blaze right through this. We're not single blocking, so it needs time. Here, the control is going to the offset table and grabbing the diameter I put in there for the tool. Here's a comment for the facing tool path. Here's what's going to happen now is we are going to rapid to our starting position. X -4 1/8, Y 75 thou, and we're heading to Z 0.225. How far above the stock is that going to leave me? 100 thou. This is to Z0. So my Z is in the stock, 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to stop 100 thou above my stock. Technique is I'm going to stop, I'm going to feed hold 1 inch from the top of the stock and check distance to go. Ready? Notice I'm throttling down on the feed override. You want to stay in your comfort zone. I'm going to stop there. Can you see? All right, you can barely see. I look at my distance to go on the screen and it says I have 905 thou to go to get to where? 100 thou above my stock. So what I should be seeing here is 1 inch. So right now I should be 1 inch above my stock. And there it is. So what I'm looking for, man, is that warm fuzzy. I need to have the warm fuzzy by here because I'm going to go to 100 thou now. Now I look and see if I see 100 thou. To my calibrated eyeball, that looks like 100 thou. So I can let it go to the next block. Okay, this is confusing. Block 33 is G1, G91, X0, Y0, Z -194. Feed rate 25 inches a minute. We're switching over to incremental now. And from where I'm at now, 100 thou above the stock, I'm going to go down 194. Is that ringing any bells? That's my depth of cut for that facing toolpath. Now, since I'm off my stock by 50 thou, I'm still not going to hit anything. So we're going to let this one go. I'm going to do this at 25 inches a minute. All right, now I take another look to look if I look like I'm a 94 thou into my stock. And it looks like it to me. All right, that's as far as I can single block this thing. It's time to let it eat. Ready? Single block is off. 100% feed rate. Let's see what we got here. Going to rain out towards us. Ooh, that was ugly, wasn't it? Aren't you glad we got that on film?
My question, with the